Welcome back to episode 15 of the Youth Academy Challenge, and today we have our youth intake. Let's do it. As I always do at the start of these videos, I always show you the league table. Now, you might be surprised to see after the last episode, we are actually 8th and maybe, potentially, sneaking in at the playoff spot, which is the lowest is 8th. So if we finish 8th, we get playoffs. Now, we won't go up because there's some massive teams, Venezia, Bari, Parma, Spal, but there's a slight chance. Now, I'm going to show you what I did change tactically in a minute, because we have changed a few things and it's helped a lot. I am going to show you the schedule though since last time. So we've had, I think we beat Medina last time, and I think we played in the Coppa Italia. We lost to Torino 2-1, and we beat Sampdoria 3-1 somehow away from home as well. And not only did we beat Sampdoria 3-1 away from home, I'm pretty sure we sort of dominated them. More shots on target. They had more possession, but we were comfortable basically. And then we went on another 3-match winning streak. So we were four winning streak, and it pulled us right up. And then we lost 3 games in a row against 2 really good teams and Tanana, which wasn't a very good team. And then we beat Spezia out of nowhere 3-0. Sampdoria again 2-1, and I think we were comfortable there as well. Yeah, pretty comfortable against Sampdoria. I don't understand what's going on with them. And then since then, we've won against Medina again, drew with Benevento, and we've beat Pisa, guys. We have beaten Pisa, our local rivals, so now we can tick that off finally in the bingo. If we look at the previous meetings, I think that's 1 in 6. Yeah, so we've won 1 in 6, but that's all that matters for the objective to be completed. So at the end of the season, we will be completing that objective. I'm going to show you the Pisa game because it is hilarious, right? I'm going to show you. We won for a penalty, and it was our only shot in the entire match. The only time we ever went in their box, basically. And we got a penalty and we scored it. Now, it felt brilliant because this year on FM, I feel like I've been getting a bit unlucky with stuff like this. Exactly the thing opposite. It's happened to me. It was amazing. It felt amazing. They were missing chances. My goalkeeper was saving things. My defenders were blocking things, throwing themselves in front of shots. It was amazing. I was just sat here laughing. I didn't even change anything tactically. I was just like, right. I think this one might be just our day. So I left it and we got the win. It was really good. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. It was really good. So we beat Pisa. Now Pisa are first in the league, and that was away. So technically that was the hardest game on paper in the league, right? They're going to be up in Serie A this season, which is really good for them, and Lecce as well. But the fact that we beat them was amazing. Now, we do have Lecce next to a second. Our fixtures are decent. Then we've got 12th in the league, then we've got 15th, 9th, 7th, 17th, 6th and 11th. So they're quite all over the shop. We've got a few teams near the bottom, lower half, but we've also got some in the playoff mix with us. So those games against teams like Cagliari, who are just below us, Parma, who are just above us, and I think Tyrol, who are literally just above us in 7th. Those 3 really are going to define if we get the playoffs or not. So let's now have a look at the squad. In fact, no, let's look at the tactics, and I'll show you guys what I've done tactically. So we're still in the same formation, the same roles, but I'm just getting rid of El Mazi because he's banned for the next match. But I've changed a few things on the left-hand side here. So the first thing I did, as I went to balance from positive, I feel like we were a bit too attacking for how good we were. We were leaving not ridiculous spaces behind, but we were leaving too much space for the team to handle, basically. Like, it's a risk-reward thing, isn't it, mentality? And I don't feel like we was getting any reward from the added risk with positive. So I've gone to balanced, instantly helped. I've taken off shorter passing, we've gone to standard. I've taken off play out of defence because we were playing out of the defence too much sometimes, and sometimes we were getting pressed like hell. And teams were really good at pressing. They've got better work rate than us, better stamina, better mental attributes, better positioning, anticipation, all that stuff. So they were just pressing us into mistakes. So now we're not playing out of defence. We are passing into space now. We are taking advantage. I don't know why I wasn't doing this beforehand. It's looking back now, pretty ridiculous from me. But we were sort of surviving with that other tactic. So I was like, okay, I'm going to leave it like that. But now actually we're thriving a little bit, which is really nice. And then the other thing I've done is I put counter-attack back on. So now it's less possession, but more highlights, better quality chances, etc. Because I don't care about possession really. I just thought maybe if we keep the ball away from them, and that means that they've got less chance of scoring. But actually, we were getting counter-attacked a lot, and our defence can't deal with it. We're not very good defensively. in terms of quality-wise. But this tactic now, this new version, helps us out a lot. Obviously, I put counter-attack back on because there's a lot of space in behind, which makes a lot of sense. Let's have a look then of a few things. Now, I've got a few things to tell you. First of all, my goalkeeper, Bianco, he's improving a lot. A lot. He keeps improving. He's getting better and better and better. He is... I'm fine for goalkeepers now for a long time. He'll be fine in Serie B until we get out of this division, I think. We can get out of this division with him in charge of our goal. He is very good at it. He's got good kicking as well if you look 15. Sometimes I put long kicks on if I notice the teams are slow in defence, and it works quite a lot. I think he got a few assists this season from long goal kicks. Right. I'm going to go through all the youngsters. Now, Piras has been confirmed now that he's not going to get any better than he is, right? 2 stars current ability, 3.5 stars potential. His potential just keeps creeping down every 6 months. So, Piras is going to be back up next season. That is... He might even start being back up soon. I think I'm going to carry on because I want a potential shot at playoffs. If it looks like we can't get playoffs because we're not going to go down, Piras is going to be taken out and put on the bench. I'm going to show you who I'm going to replace him with in a minute. So remember that part. Lorenzo Rossi has gone strength to strength. He's now a 3.5 star player. Very good. I decided not to retrain him at centre-back, and I'll show you why in a second. Look at his progress bar. And he's just slowly getting better. I don't think he's going to get much better than he currently is. He might do, as he's older. You never know. But he's fine as it is right now. Francesco Fino, no better than he was previously, I don't think. But he's scored a few goals now. He's got 3 goals, 7 assists. With a new tactic, it's working a lot better with him. He's improved a little bit over the last 3 months. A little bit, not massive amount. I think he's as good as he's ever going to be, but that's absolutely fine for me. He's a Serie B player, no problem. Now, people kept coming in for him, offers again, but it was like 500, 600k. I'm not selling him for that. For what we're going to lose, not worth it. So until someone comes in with 1.52 million, not leaving. The same with Gargiulo. Again, I'm getting 800k offers, 900k offers. I'm wanting 2 million minimum for Gargiulo. He's been really good again this season. 7.17. He's our best player, quite honestly. He takes the penalties, he takes the free kicks, he takes the corners. He's just all round very good for us. So, yeah. When we lose him, if we lose him, it's going to be terrible. But it might be needed, like as we discussed in the last episode. Vantagiato's a different one, because Vantagiato now has decided to sign a new contract, which was amazing. Now it's a lot more than his last wage. He's now the highest paid player. But that's fine, because now I've got him on a 4-year deal. He's also improving a little bit too. I've managed to give him the trait, looks to be offside tracks. He's got 16 off the ball. I'm working on his acceleration to help with that. His pace is already at 14 now. So if he gets a bit quicker, 13 acceleration, 14 acceleration, we have got a really good player in our hands. Now, if we leave him at striker, that's absolutely fine. When we look at our intake in a second, if the striker is good, or if the striker looks like he could progress into the first team, then Fantagiato will move back to left midfield. And that, again, will help him because he'll be running from deep with his pace and his off the ball and his traits. And it doesn't matter as much because his finishing is low and he's not our main striker. At the moment, though, he scored 14 goals in 31. So he's scoring almost 1 in 2, which is pretty good for us. So he's on a new contract. That's amazing. He's now 21. I think we're probably going to have no more problems with him wanting out. I think he's now discovered and realised, I think, that it's probably the best it's going to be for him. With us. The only thing that's a negative now is what we're working on for him, which is his quickness, which I understand why he's a bit annoyed because 14 doesn't need to be much higher, but acceleration does. So after that, I'll probably work on his dribbling and his first touch, which is ball control, and we'll go from there. Maybe decision making as well. His work rate is up to 8 now as well, which is nice. All in all, he's coming on quite nicely, and as you can see there, since in the last month, there's a decent little upward trajectory. I think that's because he's playing better, honestly. Right. To the more important matters, I think, in terms of centre-back situation. So, Leonardi, who came through our intake last season, he's getting better, and he's on the verge of replacing Piras, right? On the verge of replacing Piras. 6'3", potential has gone down to 4.5, but that's absolutely fine. If I get a 3.5, 3-star player out of him, star-wise, with his good dribbling and his good first touch as a centre-back, I can give him the trait brings ball out of defence, which is really good and helpful. He's not really got a weakness, this guy, for us. Heading 9 maybe, but I can work on his pace. His strength will go up. He's 6'3". Andrea Leonardi, he's probably going to be in soon. He's got 3 determination, which is annoying, and his personality is low determination. But his media handling style is level-headed, which is quite nice. So I think that's what's helping him improve. So he's looking to come in either at the end of this season if we don't look like we're getting playoffs, but definitely next season he will be starting games. Brenner, the other centre-back, he's not declining, and he's still playing quite well, but I've got an eye on replacing him too. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because Mr. Russo here, who I mentioned last time, has still got 5-star potential, and he's getting better and better and better. Now, he's left-footed, which is a nice balance to the other guy, Leonardi, who's right-footed. In the future, I'm thinking Russo and Leonardi are going to be our left centre-back and right centre-back. Now, Russo has grown again. He's now 6 foot, and his jumping reach is now going up to 14. The fact that we've got El Mazi at left-back and Tagioni as the backup left-back, I don't need any more left-backs. So Russo is going to be a centre-back. I'm retraining him now to be centre-back. He's perfect for it. As his jumping reach has gone up. So those two are going to be our centre-backs. I'm going to ease one of them in. I'll probably ease in, I don't know who yet. I might ease in Russo because Russo's got a really good personality. He's a bigger chance and a better chance of him being better quicker. Right, good personality, high potential still. So he will, with game time, he should get to 2.5 star, 3 star, 3.5 star, and then we've got a centre back, and we don't have to worry about it. Because now I was getting a bit worried because Brenner, he's been good, but he's slowing down now. He's not getting average over 7 anymore, or close to 7. So I can see the difference. We are now, we were struggling before. So he sort of jumped out of nowhere, Russo. So I was thinking, maybe play him as an inverted wing back on the right. That's what I was thinking when we first came through because Fancelli was the only right back we had. But now, no, he's sort of shown himself to us as a centre back. I think he was 5'10" when he first came through, and now he's 6 foot. So that's really nice. Fantastic head of hair as well, which helps with the headers. David Luiz style. El Mazi, he's still 2.5 stars. Now it looks like he's getting worse again. Bit worried about El Mazi. I don't think he's going to get much better than this, which is absolutely fine because he's still performing quite well. 6.92 in the league with 7 assists. He's been quite good for us, so that's fine. He's still 5 stars potential. I just don't think he's going to get much better. We'll see. Fairly professional personality is a good personality, so we'll see. I'll keep playing him. If he does, he does. If he doesn't, no problem. He's all right at the moment. We did have one comment in the comment section of last video, and it was someone making a good point that players improve quicker if they're playing well. Now, I'm going to put a caveat to that comment and just say that some of these players I have to throw in because the other guys were getting really old and there was no real benefit to playing them. So I had to throw these guys in. So they were going to get bad performances, for example, like El Mazi last season, 6.7. To be fair, that's quite good. But it's not playing well, is it? It's playing slightly below average, I would say. So I do understand that comment, and it's something I'm going to look at because I think you might have a point about playing better. Because my goalkeeper, which was the point that you made, my goalkeeper does play well, and he improves constantly, right? Now, Vantagiato, Gargiulo, and Fino, when they were improving the most, they was in Serie C playing well, right? Now, Gargiulo's still improving quite nicely because he's still playing well. So I think you do have a point. So I'm not going to rush players in as quick as last time. I'm going to make sure they're good enough for the first team to be playing decent so they can carry on. So that's why I'm sort of waiting for Leonardi and Russo to become that next step. When they take that next step, then they'll go in, right? Because Piras at 2 stars is performing at 6.74 and he's just not very... He's okay. He'll be a backup centre-back for us until our intakes get improved. Now, obviously you guys want to look at the intake, which is what I'm going to show you to now. Tagioni's not getting any better. Galli's not getting any better. Palesci, he's now 1.5 stars, which is quite nice. Again, don't want to stick him in because, one, there's no spot for him because Gargiulo's there, but two, because he wouldn't play well, like I just mentioned. So Peleshi's sort of playing in the under-18s. I'm going to sort of wait until he matures a little bit, maybe reaches another couple of improvements in his game, and then I'll put him in a bit later. We do have depth in that situation, so I don't need to rush him. Adebayo as well is probably as good as he's going to be, but he's getting better, which is quite nice. 20 now. I've retrained him to a couple of positions, so he's probably taken a bit of a heat on that. He's got 4 goals in 5 starts with 14 sub-appearances, so he's a nice little option off the bench, which is quite good. He's sort of now become Henrique for us off the bench of last year. I'm going to take you to the intake now. Now, this intake has to be good. Now, I need that striker to be good. I really do. If he's not, I don't know what to do. So, let's have a look at this intake then. Come on. Right, okay, so we've got 2 players that are decent. Actually, we've got another striker in the top talent section at 4.5. So 2 potential strikers. One's a target forward, one's a poacher. That's perfect. We've also got a goalkeeper, which I don't really need. Slightly annoying. I wish that was another position. It is what it is. It's all right. 5-star. Looks like I've got a few people to sign up here. Depending on the personalities, I'll probably sign up all these guys. So that's like, what, 7 players? First thing I've noticed is the striker is 17 determination, 5 stars, fairly determined, level-headed. This, guys, we're just gonna have a moment here. This click of the button of the mouse could change this entire save, depending on how good this guy is. Oh my god, look at his pace. Oh my god, look at his pace. His work rate isn't amazing, but I think we've got something there. I do think look at his physicals. Shoots from distance, I don't like because he's got 5 long shots and likes ball played into feet when he's that fast and good off the ball. I might have to get rid of those 2. But wow. Wow. Just going to sit here and have a look at this a second. Wow. It does look like that upgrade has done a lot for us. He's going to go straight in. I think we can get some goals out of this guy. I think we can get some performances. I think we can get a decent average rating. And I think he might fly. He might take us up into the playoffs as a consistent playoff team. And if we can do that, we've always got a chance of going up and getting that big Serie A money. And if we do come down, which we more than likely would do, we've gone up 1 season and we've upgraded a lot. And then we are in such a strong position when we come back down to Serie B. Looking at him tells me that we don't have to worry about Serie C anymore. That's as big as that is. That's a striker in these challenges. Youth Academy Challenge is just a huge thing. And I can't stop looking at those physical attributes. I don't know what you guys think of him. He looks amazing. Alex Gisti. Are we going Gisti or are we going Gisti? I think we're going Gisti. Feel like that's the most Italian. Now, let's have a look at his information. He's level-headed, like we mentioned. He's a Livorno supporter, which is nice. He's born in Capanoli. I don't know where Capanoli is. I'll have a look after the video. His agility allows him to get out of tight situations. It doesn't say that he's inconsistent. It doesn't say that he's got an injury problem as well. Wow. Wow. Right. Amazing. Really is amazing. So, the other striker is also resolute personality and reserved media handling. We might actually go 2 up front, guys. Target man and poacher. Not them roles, maybe, but like maybe a complete forward and an advanced forward or a pressing forward. Let's have a look at Flauto. Oh, wow. Not as good, obviously, but 13 jumping reach, 13 strength, 6 foot. Low work rate again, so we're probably going to have to stay in a low block. We're not able to chase people around. 11 heading, 11 finishing. Wow. Wow. Now, there's a lot of work to him. He won't go in the first team straight away. I'm going to sort of let him marinate, should we call it. Sergio Flauto, what a name as well. Oh, my God, this has been great. He's from Bassano del Grappa. Don't know where that is. I'll have a look at that as well. Oh, wow. Okay, so my goalkeeper has got a less than ideal personality, which is mercenary. It's lack of loyalty. And he's also outspoken, volatile, and confrontational. So that's not great. But that's the best player to get that on because we don't need a goalkeeper. 14 reflexes though, however, is quite good. 6 foot on the base, 15-year-old, that's really good. Not really got a massive problem. One-on-ones as 5 is not very good actually. But other than that, we've probably got a nice substitute goalkeeper when Biagini leaves, which is absolutely fine. So we're always looking at a pathway for each one of these players. Now that is honestly a phenomenal intake. Honestly, if Gisti was the only one that was 5-star and the rest were down here, I actually wouldn't care. So now we're looking at Luciano Chiardini, who's a DM, got less potential, but again, he's spirited personality and unflappable, which is really good. So let's have a look at Chiardini. Not really any problems with Chiardini. Now he's 5'11", 12 jumping reach. So potential centre-back if the other two don't work out. Probably a defensive midfielder though. Good tackling, yeah, good bravery, aggression, anticipation. Again, not really any problems, massive problems. 6 technique, maybe in midfield, but apart from that, I'm hoping it'd be nice when I sign him up if he could reach 4.5 stars. But you have to remember that central midfielders, because my central midfielders are really good in terms of Gargiulo and Fino, these guys are rated against them. So my central midfielders that come through the youth intakes are going to be on average less potential. If he was 5-star, I'd be very excited because that's 5-star compared to these two absolute legends. So that's fine. He might change to 4.5, but even a 4-star player in my team, centre midfield, very good. So Alexandro Turco is a right back, low determination, level-headed. Now it doesn't say unambitious, which is nice, and level-headed is good. If you, by the way, these media handling styles are so good, apart from that one, that I can't help but think that yes, the youth recruitment upgrade has made a difference, but this has to be now, I think, my new head of youth's first crop. I don't know if it is, but it feels like it is. It feels like there's a change in it. So let's have a look at Turco, who's a right back. Now, he's not going to get any prizes for dribbling, but we could make him a decent full-back support in the right back role as a backup, because I don't have a right back backup. I do like the fact that he's got a good level-headed media handling style, which shows that he's got decent attributes. Hidden attributes, sorry. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on him. 11 crossings, quite nice. We could just have him sitting back, full-back support, and we could just have him doing crosses from a bit deeper. We don't have him to have him dribbling. We don't have to have him making forward runs. He's not going to be any good at that, really, but he's got good stamina, good crossing. Do you know what I mean? Think of like Phil Neville. You know that type of fullback, or Tony Hibbert. Good old Tony Hibbert at Everton. Those sort of guys. Joel Ward, Palace. You're not going to see him breaking awards for taking people on, but solid. So Alessandro Turco. Not too bad about him. Not too bad. Aniello Grossi is only a 0.5 star, so we're going to probably look at his attributes and think he's not very good, but professional personality and again level-headed. Really nice. So Aniello Grossi, just showed you him there. He actually looks quite good. He actually does look quite good. So 6'1", 13 jumping reach. His physicals are nice. 9 tackling, 10. He's all right. He's all right. Maybe a 1 season in the under 18s until he's like 1.5 star current ability. Maybe some game time for him. Really good personality though, man. He's so key on these challenges, by the way. If you've never played them, personalities are just massive. Ambrosio, I'll probably sign him up as well as another centre midfielder, just as a backup, because we've got like on the bench we've got people like where is he? Peccia. Where's Peccia? Is he injured? Mr. Peccia, where are you, lad? I think he is injured. Yeah, so this guy, he's 28. He's okay. He's never going to get any better. I could do with replacing him. All in all, though, I think that was a really good intake just for one guy in general. So, what are we going to work on then with Gisti? What are we going to work on? We're going to make him an advance forward to start with, right? I think I'm going to just work on his attacking movement. I know he's off the ball's good, but it will also increase his anticipation, which is nice, and his decision making when he's through on goal. When those two are up to like 10, I'll probably work on his composure and his decision, which is final third down here. So final third and attacking movement is going to be interchanged, and we're going to make him a monster mentally. He's already got really good physicals. 12 finishing's fine. I don't need him to dribble. I need him to run in behind and score goals, which is what he'll do for us. Flauto. What shall I work on with Flauto, do you guys think? Maybe his ball control. He's never going to be rapid. So maybe his ball control to get his dribbling up, his first touch, and his technique, because obviously he's going to be that guy that comes a bit deeper, holds the ball up for us. So probably ball control is good for that. Ciardini. Let's have a look at him. Probably work on his defensive positioning to get his positioning up. Positioning up, and then we'll work on his composure and his decision making. His physicals are absolutely fine. Turco, I'll just work on his defensive positioning again, because he's just to get him a good defender, right? And first and foremost, he's never going to be a good attacker, so we're going to make him a good defender. And Aniello Grossi, I will probably work on. He's a difficult one. Maybe I'll work on his defensive position as well. His physicals are fine for his age, and his marking's only 7, so we'll get those 2 up. But I'm really happy about this intake, guys. Really happy. Now, what I'm hoping for, the next episode could potentially be playoffs, or it will just be next season. You will see on the title of the video. That's going to be the end for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to try and get these videos out a lot more frequent so you guys are watching them. I'm liking all the comments as well. Loving all the subscriptions on the channel as well. If you can leave one of them, that would be amazing. And until next time, I'll catch you then. Goodbye.